side corner by Cafe, and it's just so beautiful the way that this guy is just so on point right now. Luminosity had the lead in the beginning, but it just really looked like Tribe had a more solid answer and just looked like the more sound team here in this hard point.
And they just capitalized on their money hills. They knew the points that they wanted to stick to. They didn't get stressed whenever the gap started to form. And they played to absolute perfection. I think back P3 especially, that I don't know that LG got any time on P3, and especially once they got locked in on P5, they looked pretty much untouchable. Like you said, Roballo may not have had the most kills on the map, but definitely up there for Tribe, and I think you got to look at Forsaken as well. Those two, really the players that I think people gave the most crap to whenever they got picked up by Tribe, and they were hard carrying there on map 1.
A lot of those kills that they should have had. So the defense not looking super solid right now from Tribe. There needs to be something done. And even though they've been playing Meltdown so well, it just proves that we've seen what we've seen in day one up against DICE. They need to find a way to kind of just polish it up.
And I think there's some polishing to be done for Luminosity as well. Like, there are multiple rounds that should have been incredibly winnable. I think you go back especially to the 2v4 where they don't get a single kill on that retake and completely give away a round for free. So there are some bright spots for Tribe if you look at it, but honestly, Luminosity did a fantastic job of reevaluating, throwing a couple different looks. Things weren't going your way over on B. So even though they did ultimately end up going that way, you maybe send Tribe second-guessing their decisions, and no surprise to see those two players at the top, Band and Tectonic.
Well, these teams are just so good.
Yeah, and a lot of this just came down. You could tell that the chemistry was the difference in that one. Like, every single play that Luminosity was making, there's another player on a counterplay looking to have their back, trying to find an avenue to spawn trap, trying to apply pressure on both sides of the spawn, and just so calculated at every turn. I'm curious if the main reason that Luminosity have not played a whole lot of Crossroads Strike so far is because teams banned it against them, because my gosh, did they put on a performance right there. And there was not a weak spot across the board. I mean, Tectonic 21 and 10, this guy just, he's a walking 2KD. There's no way around it.
So
that, I don't even know what to make of that one, whether it be a slow start. It's something that we talked about Luminosity having before, but it's map 4. Like, this shouldn't be the area where those are really affecting you. And my gosh, once again, an absolute show put on by Forsaken and Roballo. You know, I tweeted out an apology form for people that slandered Roballo in the past, and there were people saying, Bobby, he hasn't played against anybody good yet. Well, I think Luminosity's pretty good, and he showed he is absolutely up to the task to keep up with the competition. I mean, that duo was just making absolute nightmares for Luminosity all game long. And Space doing a phenomenal job of anchoring those spawns. I mean, 35 and 15 with 223 in the hard point.
That's correct.
Good Lord.
Guys farming. But I mean, just to kind of credit Tribe even more right now, is their hold for P2 is the best that I've seen so far.
Some god tier players when it comes to the search and destroy and for the control, because were it not the case, we would very likely be seeing Tribe Gaming sitting here as the #1 seed.
I mean, you just leave Tectonic and Bravo and you're good to go. Gets that pick, and if he doesn't, just repositions. But take a look at this. Solo getting that 4K with the melee is just so fun and entertaining to watch. But again, it's just Luminosity. They just show a masterclass here on S&D. Same could be said for Tribe in that hard point. So this playoffs in PAX West is gonna be really spicy.
Oh man, just, I mean, Washi was putting on a clinic with a sniper in hand. Some of the quick scopes we saw out of him were absolutely ridiculous, but you got Tectonic, the information man, over on the B side, and he was just making so many of those B pushes difficult for Tribe. They did not have much of an answer for that approach from Luminosity.